Okay, hey Freddie, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
Okay, so let's start the questions.
Okay.
Okay, what's your current position in the
I'm
bank?
working as an MIS analyst.
How many years do you have experience in banking industry?
7 years.
7 years, okay. So how many banks have you worked in the UAE?
Worked for 2 banks.
2 banks. Would you be able to specify the major events which have caused losses in the UAE banks?
The major things are, let's say, 2014 recession and then the COVID situation happening now.
So those are the major ones.
Major ones, yeah.
that
Like I
causes
said.
okay. So what do you think are the major reasons? So as you said, it's COVID and the recession.
Yeah, because of recession and COVID, what happens is in the economy, like in the market, the job losses happens because most of the small companies can't afford to pay the salary for the employees, so they resign. And when they lose job, and when they lose job, they won't be able to pay the banks.
Okay. Do you think that UAE bank losses has happened because of the company defaulters and consumer defaulters?
Yeah, probably. See, you cannot say it as losses because when there is recession and COVID situation, like currently, most of the companies are shut down or they don't have business. So when they don't have business, they can't pay the salary. So when they don't get the salary, the regular payments will not come to the bank. So that's the major things.
Okay. As a person who is having these many years experience in bank, whether the percentage of defaulters and frauds have increased or decreased over the past 20 years?
Okay, I will say it has decreased because of the modern technology, because now we are able to track the persons because we have more technology to track back in the country, in their country also. So I will say the defaulters has reduced because earlier it was all papers 10 years back.
So now it's more safe.
More safe, yeah. Even though people leave the country, we won't be able to track earlier. But now everything has been tracked. Even though they go to any GCC or any other countries, we have interlinked and technology works here.
Okay. What are the factors that you think contribute to this?
There are many factors. See, job losses, company shut down, and then big corporates shutting down, big corporates moving their offices from here to another location. So all these factors will, and people leave the country also. So all these factors will affect the business of the banks.
Okay. Would you think UAE bank policies and rules are liberal in granting loans and credit cards to companies and consumers?
You cannot say liberal because earlier it was liberal because many people used to get loans, but now because of the modern technology, we are able to track and understand what is the person's background before giving a loan or a credit card to the bank, consumer.
Okay. What are the present ways you think UAE banks and the bank you are working presently is following to mitigate risks from company defaulters and consumers?
So now we have a standard policy to bring in a customer. So whenever we bring in a customer, there is a compliance check, there is a thorough background check. Also, there's something called Credit Bureau, which is run by the government here. So that has like a history of the entire customer. Like for example, if a customer having cards and loans and other things in different banks, the Credit Bureau will give a report of how many cards and loans he has, how much liability basically he has, and then his salary. Based on the salary, we know what is the weightage of the customer.
Okay. What is the technology bank currently is using to manage big data in order to recognize and mitigate risk from company and consumer defaulters and frauds?
As I said, the Credit Bureau is there where customer rating will be checked. That is being uploaded by the government, and then also we have the latest Oracle and SAP technologies connected interbank so that we know what are the relationships with the other banks. So these are the technologies we use.
Do you think whether the current system to manage big data in banks have gaps, or is there any upgradation required?
No, actually the current system is really good because of the modern technology. Banks can handle bigger bases, and every quarter the banks analyze the database and they upgrade it.
Okay. So what are the main challenges you think UAE banks face during post-COVID-19 period?
Post-COVID-19 people, the major challenge is collecting the funds back because as I said earlier, there is no much business happening. So when there is no much business happening, so many companies have either reduced the pay wages or they've shut down. So because of this, the customers are not able to repay. They leave the country. That's the thing.
Okay, so if the banks are able to find a system to manage big data, how far will they go to adopt it?
Most of the banks are actually holding the big data now, and they are advanced. Most of the banks are now having Oracle and SAP, and that's been upgraded by the company themselves. So it keeps upgrading this.
Okay. So, is there any budget set for enhancing big data through latest upgrade like cloud and artificial intelligence?
Yeah, budget is fixed, but it's with the overall budget. But nowadays, data is actually wealth. So I think there's a big percentage of budget is being fixed on the
Okay.
developing this.
Is there any possibility you think UAE banks can upgrade or totally change their present system related to technology for managing big data in order to reduce risk?
Presently, I don't find anything, but maybe in future they may change the technology because as you see the current market, the banks are merging and they are upgrading the customer profile. So I think it's possible. Yeah.
Okay. So, how did the UAE government support all the banks during this situation?
Yes, the central bank has come across and then given us funds to all the banks to cover up the customers' gap that customers not able to repay. So central bank pay us, and then after 6 months we pay back the central bank, and then customer we start paying back to the banks. That's
Okay. Okay. So, how do you think government can further support you to recognize and mitigate risk from company and consumer defaulters
Okay, yeah.
with big data?
Because government is now tied up with all the banks, so that even though when they enter in, we have a clear data of what is this company is about or what is this customer is about. Also, when the customer or the company closes down or customer is leaving the country, we have a checkpoint that we will tell the government that this customer is a defaulter, so that he can't exit the country.
Okay.
That's all it is.
So that's right. Okay. Is there any recent upgrades or software happened in this regard?
The software upgrades are every day's challenge because every day new technology has been found and then every day it's been upgraded. But as you see now, especially in UAE, the technology is very advanced and most of the banks are upgrading most of the latest softwares.
Okay. If there is any upgrade or software happened, what was that for?
The face recognition,
Okay.
that's something very secure. Like most of the banks now have face recognized app openings. And the next one is most of the branches are closed now. All banking is happening using the app.
Yeah.
It's been I think I myself have never been to a branch now, so that's the major upgrade. I feel.
Okay. That's all the questions, but I got one last question.
Yeah.
Is there any information that you can share with us that we can use in our case study?
The other information is most of the banks currently following a very strong sourcing strategy. That is to bring in the customer. They are doing a very heavy case study.
Okay.
A compliance team is working and a credit team is working to check the customer's history before onboarding the customer to the system. So because earlier we just collect the proofs and we don't read the history, but now every banks are reading the customer's history at least for the 10 years. Even though if he is having a default cases back in his own country, we are able to find out and understand what is the customer's capability before entering into the system. And after entering into the system, also the customer has been graded into different categories, risk categories like low, high, and medium. Based on that, customers' liability provided by the banks will be reduced based on the categories. Also, the ongoing customers has been segregated into top priority customers and mid-level and VIP customers and low customers and mid-level customers. Based on their things, services has been given. Like if a customer is not giving good revenue to the bank, then those customers are being audited regularly and checked if this customer is really good for the bank or is going to give losses. And if he's not maintaining balances, then there's no point of having the account active. So they close down. And if a customer is really doing good and having a good rapport with the bank, then those customers are being upgraded and given a special service for them. That's how it is. So these are the catch points. Now all the banks are working on to have a strong banking foundation in the current scenario.
Okay, so that's all the information we got.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
It's been Freddy, and thank you for coming.
Thanks.